AITA for refusing to help my sister. Despite her pleas, when I was younger, my life revolved around my family. Growing up in a chaotic household with two younger siblings, Jake and Emma, I often found myself in the role of a third parent. Our parents were hardworking but absent, and their tumultuous relationship left me picking up the slack. While Jake and I maintained a close bond, my relationship with Emma has always been rocky. Emma was the golden child. She excelled in school, won beauty pageants, and had a magnetic personality that drew people to her. I, on the other hand, was the reliable one. The one who helped with homework, cooked meals, and stayed up late comforting my siblings during our parents' frequent fights. Emma and I clashed often. She thought I was bossy. I thought she was selfish. Over time, those childhood arguments snowballed into a chasm between us. Fast forward to adulthood, Emma's life has been a whirlwind of highs and lows. She got married young to a man named Ryan, who seemed perfect on paper but turned out to be anything but. After a tumultuous 5-year marriage filled with infidelity and financial instability, Emma filed for divorce. The fallout was devastating. She moved back in with our parents, leaving her career, friends, and what little financial stability she had behind. Meanwhile, I've built a life I'm proud of. I'm married to my supportive husband, Liam, and we have 2 young children. We live in a modest but comfortable home, and I've carved out a career as a freelance graphic designer. Life isn't perfect, but it's stable. A stability I worked tirelessly to achieve. The trouble started 6 months ago when Emma reached out to me, desperate for help. She was drowning in debt, unable to find steady work, and struggling with her mental health. Her request? She wanted to move in with my family temporarily while she got back on her feet. On the surface, it seemed reasonable, but given our history, I hesitated. Emma has a pattern. She's charming and persuasive, but often irresponsible and entitled. Over the years, she's borrowed money from family members without paying it back, missed important events because something more exciting came along, and generally left a trail of broken promises. Despite my reservations, I agreed to a meeting to discuss the logistics. During our conversation, Emma was her usual charismatic self. She promised she'd only need 3 months, she'd contribute financially, and she'd help with chores and childcare. But something about her demeanor, the lack of genuine remorse for past actions, the way she glossed over her role in her current situation, set off alarm bells. I told her I needed time to think. When I discussed it with Liam, he was supportive but cautious. "I'll back whatever decision you make," he said, "but we need to protect our peace. The kids come first." That's when I realized my reluctance wasn't just about Emma. It was about the potential impact on my family. After a sleepless night, I called Emma and told her I couldn't let her move in. Instead, I offered to help her find resources, job listings, financial counseling, even a small loan to cover immediate expenses. She was furious. She accused me of abandoning her, of being cold and selfish. She hung up on me, and we haven't spoken since. In the months that followed, the fallout extended beyond Emma. My parents, who have always been her biggest cheerleaders, called me heartless. Jake was more understanding, but suggested I could have handled it better. Even mutual friends weighed in, some siding with Emma, others with me. The guilt has been eating away at me, but so has the conviction that I made the right choice for my family. Recently, I found out Emma's situation has worsened. She's been staying with a friend, but is on the verge of eviction. She's still unemployed, and her mental health has taken a nosedive. The pressure to step in is mounting, but I can't shake the fear that doing so will only perpetuate the cycle. So, Reddit? AITA for refusing to let my sister move in, even though she's in dire straits? I've been second-guessing myself nonstop, wondering if I'm drawing healthy boundaries or just being selfish.